Plus, it's a local program designed to help at-risk students. We're talking to the director of communities and schools to find out what we can do to keep our children in school out of trouble. Students have been back in school now for a couple of weeks, and one local organization is joining them to make sure everyone gets off to a good start and has a great school year. Communities in Schools site coordinator Ingrid Thomas is joining us this morning to talk about your organization and what exactly you do. You go after and try to help out at-risk students, right?
Absolutely, yes,
Okay.
we do.
What is an at-risk student?
An at-risk student is a student who has a predisposition to dropping out of school for a myriad of factors. Could be a family issue, could be a social issue, could be an academic issue. So an at-risk student it's not just one thing that leads them to dropping out. It's a plethora of issues.
Talk about your organization a little bit, Communities and Schools. You guys have been in Jacksonville for, what would you say, about 21 years?
About 21 years.
Okay. How did it start?
We started here as providing services for students who, again, were at risk of dropping out. Students who had dropped out of high school, we tried to get them back into high school and get them re-engaged in the academic process and get them re-engaged with learning. So that's kind of how it started in its infancy, and it has obviously grown over the past 21 years into something, you know, much more comprehensive.
Dropouts, it's an issue in Jacksonville.
Right.
It's a big issue.
Right.
Is that one of your biggest concerns? Is that on the top of the priority list, keeping kids in school?
Absolutely. That is our goal. Our goal is to keep kids engaged in school and excited about learning and to reduce the dropout rate so that they graduate on time. Studies have shown us here in Duval County that students are more likely, 1 in 3 students are likely to drop out of high school in Duval County schools or not graduate at all. And the statistics are even more alarming for African-American males, where that number skyrockets to 3 and 4 are at risk of dropping out if they graduate at all.
1 out of 3? 1
out of 3 Duval County students are at risk of dropping out of high school or not graduating on time with their class.
That number's already high.
Exactly.
That's amazing. You can't reach everybody. Obviously, you can't get to every kid.
Right.
But the ones that you do try and do have an influence on, how do you do it? How do you get to them? I mean, I know you like to start young. You talk to these kids and get involved with them in elementary school, as young as that, right?
Absolutely. We have programs that work with young people as early as kindergarten. So we provide a safety net of services for students from kindergarten all the way through 12th grade. And our staff and our mentors and our volunteers, we work with about 7,000 students yearly in Duval County schools, which of course, you know, that's just a drop in the bucket with the number of students that we have here in the county. But we believe in relationships. We believe that every young person, every student deserves a one-on-one relationship with a caring adult. And that sometimes is a catalyst that makes the difference in their staying in school and being successful.
You talk about predisposition to dropping out. Are we talking broken homes, economics? I mean, what exactly is a predisposition? There
are a myriad of factors, again, as I stated before, that could lead a child to dropping out. It could be a family situation. It could be a social situation. It could be academically they're just not up to par. They don't feel engaged with their school or engaged academically. So, you know, it could be a bunch of things that lead, you know, any particular young person to dropping out. They just don't like school, or, you know, they don't feel, you know, involved in the academic process, or, you know, a family situation or what have you. So it's not just one issue that leads a young person to dropping out of high school.
Ingrid, real quick, if parents out there or teachers want to get involved and want to contact you and see you guys more, how can they contact you?
Absolutely. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
They can certainly call our offices at area code 904-354-5918, or they can visit us on our website at www.cisjax.org.
Okay. Ingrid Thomas, great. Thank you, with Communities and Schools. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having us.